I regard myself not so much a beekeeper, but a caretaker of the bees, a custodian of them to help them survive like humans have done for the last 30,000 years. It's a way of being a farmer without having to own a huge farm. You know, this is a real thing, you have to look after it. It does have to be fed. We don't need to wipe the bees' bottoms because they do that themselves, but at the end of the day there's a sense of satisfaction in being in touch with your environment. It's an interesting community. There's a lot of interesting personalities. There have been 2 murders over honey in Australia. I think the best thing about keeping bees is the need to remain calm in oneself. I have never been able to meditate. I've been too impatient. I was a squash player and a tennis player and a golf player. To be a good golf player you have to remain calm, but to actually keep bees you have to be amazingly calm. And to me it's a bit like a meditation or a Zen moment when you actually are working with bees on a beautiful sunny day. You're at one with nature. You're generally out in a sunny paddock. You've got the smells and the sounds of the birds. I feel more like a grandma to the bees rather than maternal, because there's a queen bee already in there. So I guess I feel quite grandmotherly.
My grandfather was a beekeeper. When I was a teenager, I used to actually work with him on his bees, and then I really didn't have anything to do with them for quite a number of years. And then where I live at Heathcote, there was a dead tree, and it had a feral colony in it. And I just happened to see it, and I said to my wife, I think I'd like to start keeping bees. She thought I was crazy. Well, I call it the joy of beekeeping, and you're learning a lot about nature. You're learning a lot about the trees. If you really want to get involved, you could actually become a botanist. If you treat them gently, then they're fine, but they're just like us. They have their moods the same as we do.